Taurus, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. And shout out to Taurus Travis Purdy of Sassy Fam, who sent me a comment asking me when the next round of Celtic Cross readings would be, as I was contemplating that very thing. So Travis, thank you for providing that confirmation and good job developing your third eye. And also, I'd like to take a moment to thank the Taurus Collective in the general sense. You guys remain kind of steadfast. You continue to grow and grow very strongly within the collective. You bring that lovely Taurian energy that you are so famous for, and I appreciate you so much. And here's the thing. It kind of slowly dawned on me when I look back at the data of the comments. You know how protective I am, and I say that all the time. I'm protective of all my collectives. And you are too. And this is not a surprise, because you are fixed, and fixed signs tend to have that protective quality, more so with you because you are indeed fixed earth. So not only are you tend to be territorial, you tend to be protective of what you consider to be like your areas, right? And so it occurred to me when I look back at this data, because I do collect data, when I get the, hey, something's up comments, I don't like this, something's wrong, that was inappropriate, I don't like that comment, I don't like the way they talk to you, something's wrong, something's fishy, Christina, I want you to go fix it. More often than not, it comes from Taurus. You guys have become my official watchdog, I swear. More often than not, and I can say that absolutely is true, more than 50% of the time when somebody reports in, not from my work, no. Taurus, as you know, you get some very hard readings, some very difficult ones, and Taurus famously takes it with a certain level of grace and dignity and a stiff upper lip, and you know, that you're very realistic, and I appreciate you that. No, when I say you report about the negativity, it's like somebody said I don't like that. I'm just letting you know I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I think it's inappropriate. And I think maybe you should delete it. That's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I think maybe you should delete it. I didn't even notice it. And it's not till, of course, a Taurus usually brings it up. My favorite was my absolute favorite. And this happened just a couple of weeks ago. Here's, hi, my name is such and such. Hi, Mrs. Sassy. Legit, they called me that. Hi, Mrs. Sassy. I just want to let you know I ran across this other tarot reader, and they're clearly mimicking you. I think that's not cool. They suck. They're nowhere. And it upsets me because they're clearly trying to imitate you, and they're not good at it. And it's like, and I don't know if you can do anything about it, but I did want you to know about it. So again, thank you for that protective quality. I do appreciate you. It's stuff like that, and it's more often than not, it's Taurus who reports that stuff, and I appreciate you. Once I had a Taurus tell me, I remembered a comment I didn't like, and I went back and found the video so I could show you, and then maybe you could delete it. And honey, it was a message that was over a year old. And they're like, it took me some time to track it down, but I did, and here it is. And this bothered me, and I just thought maybe you should delete that comment, because it's not appropriate, and it's not cool, and I don't like the way they talk to you. Honey, that was over a year old. And Taurus was like, so? All that being said, thank you for being you, honey. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you so much, and I love the energy you bring to the channel. All right, Taurus is my watchdog, honey. Show me. Now, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with an oracle card. We just got the enchanted map. We are loving it. I'm going to pull you a card from this deck. We're going to read it and then jump into your baseline. Show me, Taurus, please. What's going on? What's going on for that Taurian energy? Show me, Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? Number 52. Oh, good one. Nice. Nice. The magical map shifter. Very good. Very good. You like this. Check this out. Number 52. Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. We also have say, so let's keep that in mind, yeah? When the magical map shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of a difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents that they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. So, be conscientious of the people that you meet in this life. There's a reason why you're connected to them, no matter how briefly or for how long. They all serve a purpose. Even moments that you may not remember, that person might. We influence each other. Sometimes those people who come into our lives are obvious, others not so much. Either way, they were meant to be there or to cross your path on purpose. Learn from it. And as you contemplate those connections, some of them again very obvious, very easy to understand, others not so much. But as you continue to contemplate them, your map, that is your destiny, what you walk in this life, where you're going, why, your goals, so forth, how you get there, the journey, it begins to shift. Those shifts are subtle, sometimes they're large, sometimes they take time to unfold. But they're meant to shape us and to direct us. Let's get into it. What's going on? And we are using a new tarot deck. We love this. Let me go ahead and show you because I just think it's brilliant. This is the Dreamy Moons Tarot. This is not made by a large manufacturer. This actually comes from an individual. She runs her own business in the spiritual arts. She makes her own tarot deck. And that took time for her to create. It took months for me to get. I connected with her on Instagram before I got banned. But yes, I was able to connect with her before that, and I'm glad I was able to support her work. It's beautiful. She made an absolutely gorgeous deck. So, Dreamy Moons Tarot. Okay, show me what I need to see, please, for the Taurus Collective. Show me what I need to see, please, for the Taurus Collective. What's going on for Taurus, please? Oh. It's the thing about newer decks, you know. They tend to be a bit stiff. And you have to work them. A lot. I mean, you know. If there's anyone who knows how to work with a stiff deck, it's me. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Christina. I'm a little different and happy to be so. I have a basic principle which I reflects real life. I'm also a real person, which means I have a real personality. I'd like to think I was funny. There you go. Current situation. The Two of Stars. A little bit of the back and forth there. King of Wands. Crossing. Whoa. Unseen Influences, the Chariot. Relevant past. Four stars. Holding on. Exiting. The Moon. Good. Good. The confusion's clearing up, in other words. The near future. Knight of Cups. Very good. Let's go ahead and shift this guy over. The Celtic Cross takes up, it's beautiful, it's considered old school tarot, Celtic Cross is, but it takes up a lot of space. Okay. Your strengths, damn right, the Emperor. You might have some Aries in your chart. I'm seeing some strong fire at this time. Environment, the Devil, bingo, fucking called it, man. I knew it, I fucking knew it. I knew that was gonna happen before dude, I saw it before it dropped, let me tell you. The Sun, your hopes, your fears. That you could have it all or none at all. Six of Wands is the outcome. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay. Release what binds you. The Devil's in your environment, so it's actually a lot more operable than you might think. Anyway, sorry, before I get too wrapped up in this, your baseline's pretty interesting. It's also pretty straightforward. It speaks a great deal to the potential. All the classic elements, honey. Love, life, passion, holding oneself back, being confused, where to go, wanting love, how to execute that. I'm glad to see that your Chariot is here in the positive, as well as your Knight of Cups are both in positive orientations. So your love energy. Okay, excellent. What you are trying to leave behind, and I'm very proud of you for this, is confusion. You say you've lived in that way far too long, and you're tired of holding on to the uselessness of confusion. Bravo. I agree with you. If something is confusing, we continue to hold on to it. There's no work or progress made. Let it go. There's something in your love energy, specifically, that you say you're tired of being confused by, and you're tired of being a secret even unto yourself. The moon's here, and it's exiting. It's on its way out of your life, which is always good. Both of your future orientations suggest upcoming love, or love that is strong, or trying to make itself known or apparent. Will it have its challenges? Yes. The reason I know that is because the King of Wands is crossing your Two of Pentacles. So while I know you have the inclination, I know you have the fire, I know you have the desire, I know you have the drive, the thing, sometimes it gets lost in translation. You have likely a history of holding on to things that no longer suit you, or no longer suit your frame of mind, or more importantly, your frame of heart. Those reference points are no longer with you. They no longer determine who you are, and that's something that you need to catch up with, especially if your moon energy is on the exit. Otherwise, you have a very strong idea of what it is you want to do, or what it is you want to feel, or who it is you want to be. There are two parts to this Taurus. One that is strong, strong-willed, who wants love, to express themselves through water, through fire, to be in control of their life, to feel victory, to feel the sun. And there's the other side of that Taurus that fears those same things because they're used to holding on, and also holds them back. I have an idea of which side of you will win, because you're showing me more positive markers than you are negative. I know that the devil's in your environment, but like I said, that's actually quite manageable because it's in the environment. In other words, that's the easiest thing to change. Everybody has a little Four of Pentacles from time to time, and in different areas, not just in love. Everyone has that little tendency to hold on to something out of a pattern, or something that's established, or something we're just used to. And we allowed ourselves to reinforce it as time has gone by. Whatever that is to you, I know you're kind of tired of holding on to it. Okay? You associate whatever it is you're holding on to, most likely in love, with confusion that was never resolved. And you want that kind of out of your life so you can move forward positively instead of being held back negatively, right? That's good. You're telling me that you are willing to progress within your own energy. I love this. That's beautiful. The devil is in your environment, which means it's the most manageable because it's in the 3D. Also, Capricorn energy doesn't have to be. We have Aries here as well as Leo. You might have some of those strong placements in your chart. We also have Pisces. But honey, if the devil is in your environment and your Four of Pentacles and your moon is already on the outs, bye. It might be a slow bye. Nevertheless, you were saying bye to that garbage. And it's kind of like that's the last thing. That's the last key in the lock to fall in place for you to move forward into your sun, which is under your hopes as well as your fears. In other words, you hope that you could have the best. You fear that you won't. That's reasonable. And your Six of Wands is your outcome. You feel pretty good. You feel pretty good. Let's start breaking it down. Which one, please? Which one, please? I dare say. I might be making good time. I know you're not worried about it, but it's imagine Taurus worried about how slow something is. Oh, that's fine. But for me, I said, Christina, stop making them 90 minutes. I mean, you might be hashtag terror movie, but come on, that's just ridiculous. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Show me the Two of Pentacles, please. Which one for Taurus? Okay. Show me that Two of Pentacles, please. I have, I might need to pull from this one as well. I'm feeling both. Show me this Two of Pentacles, please, for Taurus. Your current situation. This is happening now. Show me that Two of Pentacles, please. Show me that Two of Pentacles, please, for Taurus. Show me that Two of Pentacles, please. Five of Wands. Oh, look at that struggle. Look at that struggle. You're really sick of it, aren't you? You don't like fighting. You don't like drama. It's not that you don't get angry. You just don't like... You don't like the visibility of anger. So this is happening within you. That frustration. Having to do with a commitment or relationship. The Page of Cups, the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, I have to clarify this all the time. Just because we have the Four of Wands here does not mean that you have full-on marriage. It could be absolutely. Four of Wands typically just means relationship energy. My energy agrees to stand up with you. Yours agrees to stand up with me. Thus, we have the Two of Wands. I'm representing the two, you're representing the two, and around that we build a structure where we understand our energies for each other, i.e. a relationship. But yes, absolutely, it can be a commitment, full-on marriage, and there is some aggression here. There is some aggression here and not enough love interest in terms of the Page of Cups being vulnerable. It's really hard for you to be vulnerable within your relationship at this time, or you feel like it is with your person. There's two people in here with you. Yourself is one of them, and then whomever it is you're immediately tied to. There is aggression here about that. You're frustrated. You're showing me frustration, and it's been going on for some time. This Two of Pentacles takes a while. Excuse the overhead noise. Summer camp is over, but school has not started. So we're kind of in that tricky interim. I don't have total quiet, which is my preference. But there you are. That's realistic noise from somebody who is a parent. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles here, we have emotional confusion within the context of some sort of relationship, and it's at the point now where you're trying to keep your investment in it bare minimum. You're trying to reduce the argument. You're trying to reduce the frustration. It's no more clear to you. Okay, it's no more clear to you, but it's kind of like Taurus's way of saying, this frustrates me, so I'm going to minimize my emotionality towards it. I will not show the frustration. I will not show the anger. I won't feed the fire, is what you're saying. And that's great. I understand. Pick and choose your battles accordingly. Absolutely, I 100% agree with that. You don't want to stoke the fire. You don't want to make things worse. The thing is, Taurus, is that we need to figure out how to make things better. And that's what this contemplation is, the Two of Pentacles. So I agree. You don't want to stoke the fires. You don't want to feed the flames. You don't want to get any more tension than there already is. That's just not who you are. But also, where's the resolution? What are we doing to work towards this? So I understand and respect this process of minimizing your emotions. Don't get overly invested in the argument. I agree. You know, sometimes it's just easier to be like, okay, fine. Raise the white flag. Okay, we got to do what we got to do. Problem is, I feel like we've raised many a white flag. Okay, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my bad. I'll take that one. So we got locked into a sort of pattern here, okay, where there's ongoing tension, and you do want more than that. The King of Wands always wants more than that. The King and Queen of Wands, they want direction. Their fire needs a place to burn. It needs a place to go that's healthy, right? So I know you have the spirit in you. Wand energy, even when it's negative, when we're showing fighting and aggression, it's still passion. It's the fire has somewhere to go, it's just not in a way that's positive. The King and Queen of Wands want to execute their fire in a positive way. So I know you have positive ambition. I know you have positive drive. I know you have a positive and healthy passion. I know you do. And that fire needs a place to go. In other words, you would rather be doing other things with your person than having ongoing unresolved tension with them. Right? You want your energy to be more than that. You do. You really, really do. There is a fight in you, but you want it to be a good fight and a healthy fight for other things, and not with this. It feels like the best part of your fire gets reduced to a sort of, I don't know, almost like a rough game of tic-tac-toe. There really is no winner here. Everybody knows how to play that game. And it's like you don't really want to be invested in it. It's just easier to let the other person win. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a victory to you. It's not a victory to you. I can see that you minimize your energy towards it, okay? But there's no resolution either. So show me the King of Wands, please. Show me that King of... Are we switching? Just a second. Show me that King of Wands, please. This is crossing the blockage. Yeah, you got the fire here, but it's not coming out the way that you feel like it should be. Show me your King of Wands, please. Nope. Show me that King of Wands, please. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, the days. Oh, honey. Ten of Swords. Oh, well, that's reality. That's the reality for the Taurus I'm looking at. Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. You kind of really miss your sense of individuation, your sense of freedom, your sense of self. Nine of Pentacles. This is classic, beautiful energy. It's one of my top favorite cards in tarot, just because look at it. Just look at that. Isn't that just fucking awesome? I achieved this. Thank you. I'm comfortable. I'm well-to-do. I know what I'm doing. Thank you. Everything I've done, I've made, right? It's one of my favorites. Independence, individuation. You're saying, I don't have that, Christina. That's where my drive is. That's why my King of Wands is on the sideways. My energy is constantly reduced to what feels like petty arguments, and I try not to invest in them, and it's low level, but those low level things add up, right? The little things often have weight. In fact, they often have the most weight when we stop and tally them and add up, which, going back to my opening, is how I know the Taurus Collective has become my watchdogs, because those little comments, they add up over time, and I can see it, I can calculate it, I can tally it, I can account for it. And so I can kind of say, more often than not, Taurus, you're one of my biggest advocates and one of my stronger collectives, because I have the evidence. So I'm looking at a Taurus today who has evidence that, well, yeah, there's low-level frustration here. It's ongoing, and you don't want to invest in it. Okay, there's frustrations in the connection. You try to minimize it, and it's like your energy is telling me, Christina, this is not the best use of my fire, and I know that. I have stronger feeling in me. I do. But my King of Wands is on the sideways. This is not the best use of my time, my energy, my spirit, my feeling. And I agree with you, it's not. And that's because there still has yet to be a resolution in this connection. But you feel, from your Taurus point of view, that the biggest complaint, the biggest stitch in time here, is that you have a lack of sense of self, freedom and independence to execute your fire in a way that's healthy and productive. It's like you're always having to check in with the other person about what they think. And if what do you do if they think is, no, Taurus, I'm not really into that, and you're like, okay, and then your King of Wands gets knocked sideways. And it's like, well, if I was on my own, I could do this, that, or the other. You know what I mean? It's that freedom of sense of self to participate in your energy, in your strong sense of feeling, the way that you want and so desire. And just like, I don't get to choose that. I'm not saying it's always like this for you, but your energy is telling me, Christina, I don't want to be a Five of Wands. I want to be a King of Wands. Yes, you do. And yes, you should. But you're like, that's not within my realm of choice right now. Not right now. Okay? Not right now. I understand. And when we are in connections, honey, I mean, I'm sure I've told you this before, you should still have a sense of self within your connection. That's what a healthy relationship is when you can still see yourself as an individual within it. You know, you really shouldn't be with somebody to complete you. You should already be a complete person. And that's where we get that idea of your energy plus my energy equals something phenomenal. Not that we complete each other. Because when you work from that frame of a missing piece, you're always going to be floating around looking for someone to fill that missing piece. You know? And that's not really how we want to operate in life. Because what happens when we meet somebody who kind of fits the missing piece, but not really? or we work with it, or that piece starts to fade over time and lose its shape. You know what I'm saying? That's why we want to come into things as a whole person. And you feel like you have a strong lack of identity in this connection sometimes. You're still in it. You're still engaging in it. But it's not the way that you want. It's like it's not the best use of it. Frankly, your energy is being kind of blunt. Christina, this is not the best use of my time. This is not the best use of my energy. But the problem is I don't really get to choose that for myself right now. We'll see. Anything else in here, please? The Empress. There you are. That's you. Yes, I know. I agree. That is who you should be. Of course, you share that card with Libra, respectively. You are both ruled by Venus. And the Ace of Cups, look at that. Your energy tells me this is where it wants to be. This is what you have to work with. Okay? So the Empress to the Ace of Cups. You really, really want more of the nurturing and the caring, and for your heart space to be correct again. So your energy has very distinct impressions of where it is versus where it wants to be. That's remarkably clear. And I agree. Loved, nurtured, cared, supported for. Fullness of heart. Fullness of heart. An unquestionable fullness of heart. None of that page nonsense, you know? We'll see if we can get you there. We'll see if we can get you there. Which one? There you are, underlined. Case in point, that is you. Okay, we'll see if we can get you there. So, unforeseen influences. What is hovering above you is actually love. Chariot. The Chariot. You might have some Cancer in your chart, could be dealing with one. That which you desire the most versus what it is you have is actually hovering around you. The Chariot. It's literally above you. It's above your crown. So it's in your life. It does exist. Show me the Chariot, please. Which deck? Are we keeping on? Yes. Show me the Chariot, please. It is hovering. It is around you. It's available to you. You may not see it. It's an influence. It's an unseen influence for some of you. Like you don't quite understand how something influences you, but it seems to be in your life or on your peripheral, as I was discussing with, I think it was Gemini? Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles. There is a love energy here that is available to you, and here's what's interesting to me. You hold on to it, but Two of Swords, you're confused by it. Like you know. There is a love energy here available to you, and you hold on to it to some extent, so it's not entirely unseen to you, but you don't fully engage with it either. You say you're confused by it. Two of Swords. But it is there. I don't know what point that guy popped out. Page of Pentacles, which is your page. King, that's where your fire is, baby. I knew I was going to say that. That's where your fire is. The one you say you cannot have, but want the most. Your natural expression, healthy expression of drive, ambition, goals, so forth, passion. Your healthy expression. Not this micro shit of 5 of 1, 7 of 1. Okay. The real enchilada. That's where your real feeling is. Okay. You have a strong sense of that. There's something around you that actually provokes your King of Wands quite naturally. The one that you say you cannot feel, that you're not free to choose that, or you no longer have that sense, or at least not at this time, of independence in that way, to choose that particular kind of fire. Not the low-level shit, the upper-level stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're talking king stuff, not that 5 of Wands crap. And it ties back to this idea of, you know, you deserve more. You should be the Empress, regardless of sex. Be you male or female, it doesn't matter. The Empress embodies that all-loving, unconditional energy, okay? It is sensual, it is loving, it is unconditional, it is caring, it is protective of the household. It is all those things. It's maternal, it's all of that, okay? And it's the Ace of Cups. You want to be your best self with your best heart, okay? And, so again, there's this strong indication, imprint to me, that there's where you are versus where you would like to be. And that's actually on your baseline, as we discussed. There are parts of you that are phenomenally positive and have a certain direction, possible flow. And there's parts of you that are markedly negative that seem to be on the exit. Okay? So yeah, I'm looking at a two-part Taurus here. All right? Just within your current status. And then there's the overall concept. It's consistency. Even if it looks like it's like you're detaching. You're trying to detach from those very points of reference that have been shaping you for God knows how long. For some of you, it's upwards to 2 years. That have been shaping you for some time. That lack of sense of free will and independence, and that your energy is being put forward in a way that's positive and healthy and has direction and goals, as opposed to just being caught up in day-to-day drudgery, frustration, anger. Your energy is getting more and more like, fuck this. Every day it gets a little bit more like, fuck this. Because you have such bigger concepts in you. The Empress, you can't get much larger than that. King of Wands, 1 was a proposition where you know your energy would like to be, but isn't. And then above you, in your love energy under the Chariot, that's where your King of Wands actually resides. So both your love and your direction. You hold on to it. You hold on to it. So you either have that energy around you, and it's literally hovering energy, it's above you, and you hold on to it, but you don't fully engage in it. But that is where your strongest characteristics lie. Or you hold out hope for it. I don't think that's the case. I feel like there's something here that you hold on to that encases, or rather I should say showcases, the best potential for your in-love energy. The Chariot is being in love, okay, where you have the strongest, that kind of rush of air that hits you right in the chest, okay? You know what being in love is. And then it also represents your King of Wands energy. It's somewhere hovering around you, and you hold on to it. 4 of Pentacles, that tells me there's some legitimacy to that. Okay? But there's 2 of Swords, it's marked with confusion. So you're not engaging in it, but you don't let it go. So it's either this situation that you are currently in that shapes you, as we've been discussing, and it makes you feel like you are not a free and independent person, and that it extracts from you not your best energy. You hold on to it because perhaps you still see love and passion in it, or this is something else altogether that's available to you, and you hold on to it because it represents those bigger parts of you that you wish you could express in present day. Let's keep going. I can't quite tell which way it's leaning yet. Okay, the relevant past is that we have a tendency for 4 of Pentacles. You've already shown it to me twice. Yes. I'm looking at a Taurus today who has a tendency to hold on. You may not fully engage with things, but you don't fully let them go either. You hold on to them because you feel you need to. Okay, so show me that 4. Are we staying? Okay. Show me that 4 of Pentacles, please. And that's relevant to your past, absolutely. So in other words, that tells me this Taurus has a behavior pattern of holding on to things, but not necessarily letting them go. It's that old kind of feeling of, I may not need this now, but I might need it later. Which very much speaks to your kind of resourceful personality. It's, you could look at something, say like this, and be like, I don't have any use for this right now. I'm going to go ahead and put that away. And I'm going to remember that I have it. I might need it. Not right now, but I might need it. You know? And for some of you, your love energy is like that, because it's right back here. Boom. 4 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and King of Wands. Where your King of Wands is sideways in your current situation, it stands upright and powerful under your Chariot. So I know you have a strong sense of where your feelings should be, and you're holding on to that concept, but you haven't engaged in it either. Okay? So it's available to you. And it brings out some of your most forthright, upstanding concepts. Some of that Four of Pentacles, please. Relevant past, the relevant past, the relevant past, the relevant past. Show me that relevant past, please, for Taurus. The Hanged Man. No, I'm not sure. we don't do anything with what we hang on to. We contemplate it a lot. If you're not contemplating under the Hanged Man, then what's the point? Then you're just staring at something for no reason, right? The whole point of the Hanged Man, or going upside down, here he is in the upright. I'm not looking to learn anything new. Here he is in the downright. Okay, let's take a time out. Go upside down, look at shit differently. You have a tendency to contemplate that which you hold on to. But are you making good on what it is that you're learning? What is it that you are learning? Really examining, why do you hold on to things but you don't necessarily use them? Is it because you have that tenacity to hold on to stuff for the potential use of it? Resources, might it impact you later? Okay? So this will help. This is what we're talking about, that map shifting thing. Why do you have the connections that you have in this life? How are they influencing you? Why do you hold on to some and not others? Why do you hold on to some but not engage in them either? That kind of thing. Okay? Found you. Seven of Cups. No, there you are, honey. Why don't you get to the meat and potatoes, okay? I didn't have to do all this song and dance. Four of Pentacles, you actively hold on to, but don't actively engage in, as we've discussed, options in love. You like to look at them. You like to observe the cups, but you don't engage in the cups. You like knowing that they're there. Again, it feels good to hold on to stuff that you could potentially use later, but you're not pulling the trigger on it. It's up here and it's down here. It is both relevant to your past, in other words, you have a pattern of this, and it's relevant to how it's playing out now, and possibly could shift you on your map in future. Do you see? Your past and your future are playing on each other. Your tendency to hold on to love energies and to look at them, to observe them, but not actually engage in them, is how you treated connections in the past. Here, however, in the future, I hate to tell you, you have energetically upped the stakes. We went from a Seven of Cups. I enjoy looking at options in love. It's interesting. That could be something, could be nothing. Probably nothing. We're going to leave it alone. I'm not going to throw it away. We don't do that. We don't throw things away. No, 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 no. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put this in the garage. we're gonna put that on the shelf. I'm going to put a little label on it, okay? And then, you know, maybe in a couple of years, it might mean something, right? You'll occasionally go in there and look at it. It's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That was interesting. But you don't pull the trigger on any of those things that you find interesting, collected, or keep. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you enjoy knowing that they're there and that you can look at them. That was in your past. And it's a behavior pattern for some of you. Four of Pentacles. Look what's above you. Four of Pentacles. But this time, like I said, we up the stakes. We got the Chariot and the King of Wands, baby. The very thing that you say, Christina, okay, I should be the Empress with the Ace of Cups. I should not be a King of Wands on the sideway. I agree with you. I should not be having low-level begrudging arguments with my person. I don't make it worse, but I don't know how to solve the situation. I would need more independence for that, and I just feel like that part of me is dead. So what you're telling me, Taurus, is that you have the potential to correct the situation that you're in, because you do have love available to you. You have a tendency to hold on to it. But you don't see a solution. You actually have the solution. It's the thing you've been holding on to. I don't disagree with you. I believe you should have more. I believe you should be feeling more. And I do believe you should be experiencing a great deal more. Your energy has that distinct marker to me. Christina, I know I deserve more, but I can't do anything about it. Yes, you can. I see that it's available to you, but your past is telling me that you have a tendency to cultivate love energies and love cups and not do anything with them. You like to look at them. You like to observe them. You like to think about it. Feels kind of good, right? But no. You can't take those seriously. But I like to know that they're there. Yes, you do. And here's the thing, baby. When I say we've upped the stakes, that is no joke. You literally have in-love energy available to you. It's hovering around you. It's under your swiftest, most prideful chariot, a vehicle of being in love. And then King of Wands, just the idea of it provokes your natural state of fire. Okay? Your strongest feelings. And you hold on to this one too. And it's literally hovering around you. It's like you could reach out and touch it. And it's the opposite of what you've been experiencing, in which your energy admits to me that you believe you deserve more and that you should have more, and I agree with you. So what you going to do about it? Are you still going to keep this thing off in the garage and you're going to pull it out from time to time, smile on it, and then go back to this world where you're constantly at ease or unease, with your person, where there's constant low-level tension, where you try not to make things worse, but there's no improvement, and you feel like you have no sense of independence of self? So which Taurus am I looking at? The one who's going to continue to go back into their world over and over again in a situation that feels aggressive, tiresome, debatable, argumentative, and it shapes you and you feel like you have no sense of freedom and independence? Or the Taurus who knows they could literally reach out and take hold of something that provokes in them their best qualities? You have someone in your life that has the potential to shift your map, as it were. And you know that. Otherwise you wouldn't be holding on to them. I see you have a pattern in the past, but it's much sharper above you. Much sharper. There's a reason you've held on to that person. The moon's on the exit. Show me the moon. Which one? I just now saw that. The devil again. Oh, wait, I'm going to get to you. You just chill out, man. I'm going to get to you. Trust me. Show me the moon. What you going to do? I'm curious to see which side of this Taurus will win. Show me the moon that is exiting, please. For Taurus, show me the moon that is exiting, please. Okay. 5 of Cups. Three of Wands tried to pop out upside down. Let's try that again. No. Page of Swords. You've had a hard time. Your moon energy is on the exit, and it has been for a long time. In other words, this is slow growing. I know that because the Page of Swords is here. So that tells me not enough work is being put into it. Nevertheless, there is something being put into it, because otherwise your moon energy, which is what we do not want, is on the exit. So if you must have moon energy, let it be on its way out, not on the way forward, right? Your moon is not in your forward position. It's in your exiting, soon to be exiting energy, which is good. It's going to take a while, though, with Page of Swords there rocking the whole thing. I'd rather see a King and Queen of Swords, to be honest. Okay? So I would like you to really dig in there. I want you to understand a very basic principle. You accept the love you feel you deserve. That's all that is. It's a simple thing. Virtually every culture in human existence acknowledges that simple truth. You accept the love, that you feel you deserve. That's all that is. 5 of Cups and the Moon. I'm looking at a Taurus. It's taking a while to understand that simple concept. You accept into your life the love you feel you deserve. Okay? It's under your moon, so this has not been the easiest thing for you to understand or digest. So you might very well be that Taurus that identifies with the missing piece analogy. Okay? It's not that someone else needed to fill that missing piece. That was for you to do. When we go around basing our relationships on missing constructs, we're always going to look for that other person to fill in the blanks, which means we have to settle. Because we're not open to anyone else. If we're always looking for a so-called missing piece, you will miss everyone else who doesn't meet that qualification, which means your reference for relationships get really fucking narrow. Like this. Whoever fits that missing piece. So that means of all the people, of all the candidates you could have in your life, Taurus, you're going to narrow down your vision. Okay? To whoever fits that small piece. And thus you accept the love you feel you deserve. There's a part of you that has always had it. This is the Taurus I'm speaking to. So if this isn't for you, congratulations. Although, given the potential outcome, maybe you should. It looks pretty good through my eyes. We'll get there. But yeah, so basic principles here. Take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Collective readings equal collective applications, which means it may not apply to you, in which case check the placement, so I'll catch you on the next one. This is something that I want you to really get in there, and that will help speed up the process. Now, I know speed may not be your thing. Speed is not your thing. But, excuse me, sincerity is. Okay? So the moon is exiting. It wants that secret energy in you. The illusions. Okay? The delusions. All that. The stuff that has not really been on your surface. It's in your subconscious. Many of you have operated your love energies from a place of pain or regret or losses. Losses have often dictated the future relationships you ended up in, that kind of thing. Okay. Regrets for love lost. And narrowing down those cups because you're convinced something's wrong with you, that something is missing, so you need to find someone who fits that piece. On the contrary, Taurus, you're a whole human being. You're a whole human being. And some of you are taking the long, hard road in understanding that you have often taken relationships that were less than because it's what you felt you deserved. You want to know how I know that? Not only is that pretty much summarizes it, but your past as well as what's above you are showing me that you have a tendency to hold on to potential love, but you don't actually engage in it, the ones that you really want. You have a tendency to collect them. And you look at them fondly. That was an option, that was an option, that was an option. Oh, that was a big option. Oh, that's a big option. No. It's right here. So when you tell me, when you sit here and tell me, your energy sitting here telling me, Christina, I'm caught up in shit I don't care for. It shapes me every day. I know I deserve more. But I can't choose it. What is that speaking to? You can't choose what, Taurus? Love that you want? Says who? Based on what? Pain? Losses of the past? Regrets? Been fucked over and betrayed so many times that you think, maybe I should really narrow my vision down to a specific person? Not set my sights so high, etc., etc. You tell me you deserve more, and I believe you. But you have to know that first. I can sit here and tell you that all day until I'm blue in the face, but it's you that has to believe it. Not me. The good news is that kind of energy is trying to exit, even though it's slow. It's slow. That Page of Swords is operating that whole fucking thing, and that's some serious energy here. But nevertheless, it wants to get out. Your energy is right here telling me it deserves more. And you actually, above you, that hovers around you, you have the potential for exactly that. Okay. The love you accept, the love you allow from this Taurus is what they say they deserve. And that's trying to get out of your life. It's trying to exit. It is trying to exit. And you can help it by understanding you are your own person. You do have your own strengths. You also have your own weaknesses. But that doesn't mean that you deserve less. Okay? That's everybody. And for you to accept more, Taurus, you have to know that you're worth more. It's something between you and you. But I can see that you have a tendency to hold on to love energies. You dwell on them, you like to think about them, you contemplate them. It feels good occasionally to kind of take that out, take a look at it. Oh, isn't that interesting? Oh, yeah. All right, let's put it back. Show me this Knight of Cups, please. Apologies, it's fascinating. Your romantic energy, your emotional energy. It's in your near future. Let's see what you do. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. You have the potential to emotionally engage fairly soon. Romantic, vulnerability. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. Death. No. Yet, Ace of Pentacles. Taurus. Why death? Nine of Pentacles. And that's why we clarify. I knew it. I'm sorry, but I knew it. I knew it. I'm sorry. We have the Knight. So just to recap, your near future is the Knight of Cups. This is our emotional energy that's both romantic as well as vulnerable. This is getting to know you energy. This is me opening up. This is me telling me more about myself and giving that in return, that kind of thing. You have that potential for you in the near future. Again, that's like no, because literally what's hovering around you is the potential to be in love with the Chariot. It also provokes your King of Wands. It's also marked by Four of Pentacles, marked by your, again, all I'm saying is that you have a very strong tendency to hold on to love cups that you don't necessarily engage in, but you like to know that they're there, right? Cool. You have something coming up in the near future that's going to allow you to be emotionally expressive, romantic, etc. What that is, I don't know. I'll try to do a time check, see if I can narrow it down. But I have love energy flowing towards you. You have love energy that potentially could flow out of you. Okay? It's going both ways. And then I throw down death. Now you could be dealing with Scorpio and then all is well. That's some positive energy here. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, BEA, beautiful. Okay? We love it. It's Scorpio, no problem. Now, let's take the sign designation off the table. No pun intended. What you're telling me, Knight of Cups, then death. I'm like, okay. And then, because I don't believe you, nor do I. With the Ace of Pentacles, no. Your energy's kind of saying, yes, no, yes. We literally went from yes, no, yes. Knight of Cups, death, Ace of Pentacles. So your earth energy is over here trying to override your emotional decision to not engage. You actually very much want to. The Ace of Pentacles there. And it's real and it's tangible and it's legit. As you know, Ace of Pentacles is your master symbol. You put a lot into that. So your emotional energy is telling me, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable extending that emotionality forward, Christina. Ace of Pentacles. In other words, your own natural instinct or inclination to invest into good investments, which is what Taurus does. You like to invest in good investments. Knows where it actually wants to go. You actually do want to make a good investment. It's the emotionality piece that you seem to be uncomfortable with. Okay. And then I said, okay, then show me why is death here? Nine of Pentacles. It goes back to this concept right over here that you are not free to make those decisions. You are not free to be that kind of independent person. Okay? That's why. You say the emotional piece is not yours to display, even though you have the potential to actually acquire the love that you want and the one that you hold on to, okay? Because it speaks to you from the Empress place, it speaks to you from the Ace of Cups, it speaks to you from the Chariot, and it speaks to you as the King of Wands. Your energy, with a very strong love component here, has actually a place to go. And there it is, trying to express itself. Right there, Knight of Cups. Fuck you, Taurus. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out, and I'm trying to express myself. I'm being romantic over here. And then you're like, no, I'm not. Death. Ace of Pentacles. But I would like to invest. What's the problem? Nine of Pentacles. I don't have that sense. It's not mine to make. And that's coming from this King of Wands on the sideways. You have strong feeling in you about direction where energy wants to be in the real world too. And you say, I can't do that. I can't allow that. It's not my place. Now, if you are in a connection already where your energy is with somebody, as I see it is, then perhaps it's not your place at this time to offer that. At least on the emotional level. I know that you want to invest in it in the real world, however. Again, it's that idea of it could be of use to me later. Okay? So there you go. Okay. There's that emotional side to you that's very strong. Very strong. And you feel it under the Four of Pentacles value. You haven't let it go, but you don't indulge in it. Even though it has the potential to really allow you to come into your own. It has the potential to completely shift and shape your map. Like I said, there's a reason why these people are in our lives, honey. And what we learn from them, what we're willing to do, how we're willing to think, see ourselves, and act. For you, it is shifting, but it's such a slow shift. Very slow. But nevertheless, it is happening. This whole thing of, I accept the love I think I deserve, that's trying to get its way out. Because you don't want it anymore. It doesn't suit you anymore. It's like an old skin you're trying to shed. It doesn't belong to you anymore. You're no longer in that space where that Taurus I'm looking at is choosing relationships based on self-esteem or regrets or pains of the past. Your map is shifting. There's a reason you've held on to what you've held on to and why you did. Because you knew fundamentally, Taurus, you knew you deserved more. Fundamentally, you knew whatever that love connection is to you could enhance you. Could help you realize all the things that you were missing. And that's why I'm saying such a sharp contrast from where you are versus where you could be. There's a reason why you held on to that connection, whatever that is to you. And you're learning, no matter how slow, or even the hard way, because you do like to learn things the hard way. That's you. Bless you. That I am more than that. But yes, the realistic part of you, the Taurus that likes to invest, the Taurus that likes to lock things down, the Taurus that understands what a good and valuable resource is, be it in love, life, or in work, or in general, you actually do want to invest in that. You do. But when it comes time to execute the emotional development, and yet you find the realistic value in it. It comes from that place of I'm not free and I'm not independent. Right back here, there's a reason why we clarify. Let's keep going. It ain't over till it's over. Your strengths, the Emperor. No shit. No shit. Taurus likes to be in control. Who'd ever heard of such a crazy thing? I like to be in control. And the sky's blue. This just in. I don't know if you heard. Okay. All right. The Emperor. Show me the Emperor, please, for Taurus. Show me. It's not the same thing as the King of Wands. Let's not confuse the two. Yes, they are both a fire orientation. The Emperor representing Aries, the King of Wands, Leo. You're showing me a tendency to both. They're not the same thing. It's not the same. The King of Wands says, I got fire to burn, and I know where I want to burn it. The Emperor is like, let's control that. Okay. The Emperor, show me the Emperor, please. The strengths, or what you consider a strength. Yes. Show me the Emperor, please. I'm getting hungry. It's time for my protein shake. All right, show me the Emperor, please. Three Cups. Show me. Oh, I'm giving you shit today, buddy. That's all right. That's all right. What did I just say? What did I just tell you, Taurus? The Emperor and the King of Wands are not the same. I don't know when that started in tarot, that people started saying they're the same. They're not the fucking same. What did I just tell you? You showed me King of Wands 3 times, baby. 3 times with the King of Wands on top of the Emperor. You are very proud of the fact that you keep that energy in check. You are very proud of the fact that you keep it under control. You're very proud of the fact that you can stand in your power and smack that King of Wands down. Now, you are engaging in your energy with somebody in the relatively near future. 3 of Cups orientation. We are connecting and or reconnecting with somebody. Again, I already know who it is. I already know who it is, Taurus. It's that same person that's like, oh, look. It just, you know, it's just around me. It's just that person who is around me that provokes my Chariot and my King of Wands. What a coincidence. No, it's not. What a coincidence. It's that same hovering love energy that I just happen to hold on to because they provoke my best qualities, and it's not the love I feel I can settle or deserve. It's the one that brings out the best in me. That's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence I'm seeing them in future. That's it. Honey, I know. The reason you feel such a strong response to control your energy with this person whom you're connecting with relatively soon, I will do a time check, is because they provoke, like I said, the strongest aspects in you. That's the one you just happen to be holding on to. The one that represents your strongest in-love energy, your strongest King of Wands energy, the one that you want to burn for and the one that you want to be in love with. You will be connecting with them relatively soon, but like always, you're going to pull your Emperor out, stand in your power, and say, I got this, it's in control. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Okay? But yes, you will be seeing them relatively soon. And I can tell you're quite comfortable, instead of being the Empress, going into Emperor mode and trying to control those best parts of you that want to burn and partake in this Chariot energy. It's honey, your energy is in direct conflict. There's what you have versus what you want, and there is someone around you who is very much acts as the one that you want, but you have a history of telling yourself, this is what I deserve. You know? And it comes from a place of pain and sadness and losses. There's a reason why, honey. There's a reason why you've held on to these connections. You wanted them available to you. Because you know, honey, you know at your core that you deserve more. And you always have. And that, whoever this is, they represent the more. You know? All right, you. Let's get over there. Let's jump over to the Devil. But yes, you'll be connecting with that person soon, and you'll be doing what you do best, and that's... And yet underneath that Emperor exterior of control, That's where your King of Wands is. That's where your Chariot is. But you will, nevertheless. You want to know why? Duh! As we pointed out, this person represents the other. The one that you deserve. Okay. Let's check out this environment. Show me the devil, please. Show me the devil, please. Show me the devil, please. Show me the devil. For the environment. Right. Okay. Show me the devil, please. The Hermit. Alright. Convince me. The Fool. Oh, you are working on it, aren't you? Somebody is. You know that sense of freedom and independence you say you don't have? Guess what? That's the thing you're trying to fix. There's something in your environment that feels way too tight, way too constricting. Okay? It does not allow you to have a certain level of movement and of freedom that you so desire, particularly within the self. As we've already said, your energy has already addressed it, and it's the thing that keeps you from feeling like a king of one's self. Your energy, your fire energy is not in the way you want it. It comes out negative instead of positive. You are aware of the positive energy that you could have, and it's provoked by this love energy that you kind of hold on to but don't fully engage with, okay? And it's a strong one too. I'm not trying to dismiss it. What I'm trying to do is tie the points home. That's what I do. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the dealio, okay? Under the devil, that constricted environment, okay? Not healthy, toxic, chained down, weighed down, whatever it is you want to say. It's repetitive. It's been ongoing. The environment hasn't changed, in other words, in a long time. That's the very thing. You're pulling out Hermit, which is the big daddy of all the healing cards, is the Hermit. He's the one I take the most seriously, and it also takes the most time. You and time, again, as we have addressed, is not exactly an issue for you. So there is something here within your home environment that you have been wanting to heal for a long time, and it has absolutely 100% to do with your concept as an individual, as a person, as having your own freedom, as indicated by the Fool. And that was already kind of hinted to back here with your moon on the exit with the Five of Cups. Okay, you having made relationship decisions based on what you thought was right for you at the time. In other words, that missing piece concept. And that was based on concepts such as pain and regret and self-esteem issues. In other words, accepting the love you thought you deserved, which means you're reaching down here instead of up here. The stuff that's up here you held on to when you like to look at it, but you've always kind of settled for down here because that's what you thought. That's the shit you're trying to fix. And you understand by choosing connections like that, it has inhibited your own sense of freedom and individuation, which I saw right here from your opening. It's being reinforced by your environment. Do you understand why I repeat myself so much? It's kind of hard to bring the points home. This is why I repeat myself as much as I do. That's the very thing, honey. The core concept. You are associating your lack of independence and or freedom to your home environment. I promise you it starts here first. Again, when we choose the love we think we deserve, that was already our first attachment. That was not correct. Okay, if it's coming from a negative space, you're going to choose perhaps not bad connections, but just connections that don't fulfill you or fulfill your promise as a person. Okay. You seem to associate your lack of freedom, lack of independence with your home environment. What's in your home environment is based on the attachments that you helped put there to begin with. That's what's trying to exit. You seem to think it's a matter of healing your own particular home environment, and part of that is true. That is absolutely true. The environment we create for ourselves is often a reflection of us. That's also true. So that's the piece I want you to pay more attention to. You're seeing it as a responsibility thing in the 3D world that you can fix. Again, that is partly true. Yes. Our environment, how we live, how free or not we are in it, is how much we contribute to it. But where does that begin, Taurus? Right here. Okay? I really want you to examine your regrets, your sorrows, your losses, your pains, your guilts, all the things that have added up to what you feel you deserved in love when you knew you should be aiming higher instead of down here. There's a reason you hold on to shit up here because you didn't think you had a right to reach for it. Okay? That shit's trying to exit. It's trying to exit, Taurus. It's trying to exit. You, those things, all those cups that you kind of put there in the garage and you occasionally dust off and look at, they're trying to come back out. Okay? But yes, that's the very thing you're trying to heal. And you're like, if I just had a stronger sense of self, it's like you're trying to psych yourself up for new start, new chapter energy. And I want you to do that. I want you to feel not so attached to what it is you've always known. And that's your environment, and that's what's always held you back. Where did that start from? This is ground zero, and this is the proof on the surface world. Okay? So good, yes. I'm glad to see that it's one of the things. You're trying to find new avenues for self-expression, stronger sense of independence. And the more you experience it, excuse me, the more in touch you are with this concept of maybe I deserve more. I agree. So whatever it is you're doing in your 3D world that says, I need to clean this up, I need a stronger sense of self, I need a new outlook as a Taurus, I need a new environment, I need avenues to express myself. That's your need as an individual to come out. Good. Okay, let's keep going. Hopes and fears, the Sun. Do I get to live in the sun? Do I get to deserve it? I desire it very much. But what if it doesn't happen? What if it does happen? What does that even look like? I don't know. But you have to be your own advocate. If you really want change, you have to heal within yourself. Your energy knows it wants more. Your energy knows it deserves more. And here's the thing that kills me, Taurus. Unlike most people, I can't say that, honey, you've got more. You actually do. And you know you do. You hold on to it. You interact to it. You negate it. You act like it ain't shit. It's like, the Emperor. This is very nice. This has been a very pleasant occasion. That very pleasant occasion kicks off your natural King of Wands in the upright as well as your Chariot. It's the one that you hold on to. So unlike other collectives that I will read stuff like this for, I can't say that there's someone there. You actually legit have someone there. I've seen it multiple times. And not only that, you have a history of hanging on. And I tell you why. It's full of shit, man. You're full, not like Five of Swords that way, but I'm saying it's been a long winding process for you to understand how much your moon energy and your Five of Cups has dictated your love language, your connections. And there's clearly someone in your world, in your environment, that's helping you shift that focus. Case in point. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. You're opening up to it. You want to. You're showing me pages over major concepts. But I can tell you by the flow of your energy, things are shifting. Even if it's by degrees, I don't care. You have a connection in your life that makes you want more, to achieve more. And it also puts you in very serious reflection of where it is you should be versus where you are. Your opening, I will remind you, was conflict and bullshit. And your unwillingness to, like, feed the flames. You didn't want to make things worse. But it's like, is that the best use of my time as Empress? Is that the best use of my time as the King of Wands? I got real feelings here. I got strong, real feelings. Is this what connections are about? Doing bare minimum? Not upsetting anybody? Constantly apologizing? Waving the white flag when things, get a little too far out? Is that what this is all about? Why did I choose this? What was my motivation? What was the basis for that? Why do I hold on to love energies that provoke such strong feeling in me, but I act like an emperor? Because you know you deserve more. But again, you have to understand that before I do. I mean, I'm reading the cards for you, honey. You're the one who has to live it. And that's if it resonates. But yes, under the sun, yes, you want to open up to hope. Hope of love possibilities. Those same Seven of Cups you put on the shelf and you occasionally dust off. You want to get out of the hypothetical and actually engage with them. Because over here, I will remind you, We hold on to those Seven of Cups, those options in love, but we don't do a damn thing with them. We like to contemplate them. It makes us feel good, puts a little smile on our face. I remember when that cup XYZ. And then it's gone. Now we have active contemplation for those same Seven of Cups. Sorry, there it goes. Oh, God. I've increased my... Look at that. I've increased my weight set, but let me tell you. Oh, that joint gets a little stiff. All right, so the Sun, Seven of Cups, the Page of Wands. This is active engagement with those same Seven of Cups you want to. It's literally in your hopes. You want to pull them off the shelf and actually engage with them. And it's like something you've never dared to do. It's something you've never, and that's what you literally hope for, is to find your happiness in those love energies you used to say were suspended, or that they were nice to look at, but they weren't for you. Bullshit. And this is going, the more you get into your environment and understand that you are right as an individual, what is correct for you, what isn't correct for you, what you're receiving versus what it is you actually want to receive, all that jazz will play into it. Okay, Six of Wands is the outcome. Show me that Six of Wands, please. Show me that Six of Wands, please. Oh, excuse me if you hear the tummy. Like I said, it's that time. Show me that Six of Wands, please, for Taurus's outcome. Show me that Six of Wands, please. What kills me is the bridge. That Knight of Cups is literally the bridge to your near future. There will come a point when you are very tempted. I don't say tempted, but you're going to feel naturally. The Knight of Cups is a natural feeling. It's not something that you have to coax out of yourself. It just happens. There will come a point in the near future where you're going to feel emotionally vulnerable and expressive. And your first inclination is to kill it. Okay, to not allow that to happen. Okay. There's something that you want to say and do that is natural and organic, and you're going to kill it. However, you will continue to engage with that energy who represents the Chariot and the King of Wands in you. I would dare you to challenge yourself, Taurus, that when you feel that moment of vulnerability and saying something that is real and authentic and it's not planned, okay, challenge yourself instead of just killing it. Try saying it, because your Ace of Pentacles is here saying, can we please invest in this? You want to override that immediate instinct you have to kill the vulnerability. Are you engaging with somebody sociably who represents greater love? Yes. Do you act like it's not a big deal? Yes. Is that what you want to do? No. So I would say right here, when we get to that bridge at some point in the near future, and this is your near future orientation, when you have that moment where you feel like, I can't say that, say it. I can't do that, do it. The bigger part of you that knows better, the Taurus who knows better with that Ace of Pentacles, wants to invest. It's the emotions that are scary. But realistically, you want to do more than just hold on to this person's energy. And it's here. It's all here. Continue to work on your environment. Explore new avenues for you so you can develop a stronger sense of personhood. Show me that Six of Wands, please. All right, back to it. Show me that Six of Wands, please. Hey, show me that Six of Wands, please, for the outcome. Sorry, I was like, do I dare look? Because you're so close, Taurus. Your energy, bless you, is shifting, and it's just at such a slow rate. And I know you can't see it, but you suspect it. I know you, honey. I know you. You suspect it. I just know you. You suspect it. Six of Wands. So don't let that discourage you with the Three of Swords, with the Empress. What that tells me, okay, the more you continue to advocate through your own Empress energy, it's helping you with the Six of Wands to work through the pain. In other words, there's theory and then there's practice. And I had a big talk with, I believe it was Sag last time about that. And you're showing me similar pieces of evidence. It's okay. The stuff, the pain that you've neglected in the past and therefore allowed you to enter into relationships that you thought fit you at the time was simply a measure of where you were then. Because you told me right here, this is where I'm at and this is where I want to be. The Empress with the Empress with the Ace of Cups. And now you're over here showing me that your confidence is up with the Six of Wands. That you are indeed feeling more like the Empress that you want to be if you continue to engage in your hope, if you continue to clean up your environment and make it more a reflection of you. That you get to stand up and have your own say in your home and your environment and doing what it is that you want to do as a person. And the more you exercise that energy, the more you start to come into your Empress. With that comes bearing a sort of three swords. And I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. It has to do with the pains. You know, it's hard to be the Empress, especially if you've been very neglectful of yourself, particularly the love energy that's correct for you. You're going to naturally feel pain, but over that is your confidence is rising with it, with the Six of Wands. Okay, I'm glad to see your Empress is here, so that tells me you're working on it in the future in terms of you getting more to where you want to be. The Empress with the Ace of Cups. Now, whether or not you are truly engaging with the love that you want, I do not know. But I do know that you are stepping more into your own sense of power as a person. Is there anything else here, please? I hope that that Chariot gets to express itself and it's not just one that you continue to hold on to, because I do see you connecting with that person and it's controlled. Okay, but again, it's not a coincidence, Taurus. The connection you're in knocks your King of Wands on the sideways. The connection you want makes you stand upright. What does that tell you about the strength of conviction for your real love energy? The reason you've always kind of held on to it, you know it's correct for you or you know it's right for you. Otherwise you wouldn't have held on to it. And it's available to you. It's literally in your hovering position. It surrounds you. It's there. And I know that you occasionally engage in it and you have strong hopes for it, the Sun, and you want to open up more towards it. So I hope so. I hope that you're in that place. I just know that the more you do so, the more you come into your own as the Empress. Your confidence increases. There is some shadows of pain here. But again, good God, look at your energy take off. Again, when you allow yourself to... Jesus, look at that underlying. Damn, honey. When you allow yourself to feel the pain that was neglected back here, your energy gets more confident. Instead of sweeping it under the rug like it doesn't matter or it doesn't affect me or it hasn't affected me this long in my life. Yeah, the sooner you can come to terms with that, your energy picks up dramatically. It is far less confused and your energy is engaging with something. With some measure of energy too. Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Empress. And the more you come to terms with the pain, okay, and allowing yourself to really take that in and work with it and see how it has affected your life, the more confident you become. Your energy really starts to shift from slow, this is where I am, this is where I'd like to be, to this is where I am now. And for the first time in a long time, I actually feel quite correct in my life. I actually feel like the best possible Taurus I have been in years. Because you were allowing for the pain to be felt where you did not in the past. Instead, you just kind of opted for, well, this is the love I deserve. And left it at that. So the more you address the issues, the more, in fact, confident you become. You're more capable of cleaning up the environment, particularly that devil energy. The thing you kind of always change yourself to in your real-world environment. You're literally healing it. So you can get a stronger sense of self as the Fool to take off. You are opening more and more into the role that you want to be and not the role that you've accepted. Big difference. You wanted to be the Empress with the Ace of Cups. You're working on it. But you do have to allow that map to shift. You have say in it. And there is a connection here that better suits you. It does. I can't say that that's not true, honey. I can't say that that's not true. It's here. I can see that when you connect in it, it provokes a lot of your best energy that's positive, and it makes you feel upward and forthright and your strongest self. And the more you continue to engage in that sun, the Seven of Cups, the stronger literally your energy gets. With the Ace of Wands was underlying. So here we have the Six of Wands. This is confidence. We feel good. The Empress. The one from the very opening said you wanted to be. You're working on it. Here's your Knight of Wands energy. That's real world steam. That's real world application. That's making it happen. That's not theoretical at all. And this is done so because of the Three of Swords. This pain that you most likely have neglected for a very long time. The more you address it, it's like the bigger your energy gets. The more you work with it instead of against it, the more you come into your own. And I do hope that you move towards the love that you want. You have massive potential here. For some of you, you will be moving on. From what I could not say. It could be to move on to start in a new direction of your life altogether. It could be to exit a situation. It could be that you're entering a new one. Under judgment. When the timing is right. The Sun. That what you hope for the most. Under judgment. When the timing is right. You have work to do, my friend. You have work to do. Six of Pentacles. Balancing up with... Okay. As you continue to show yourself balance, so this is an internal thing, as you continue to do what is right for you and you make those choices, no matter how small or big, that are correct for you and in your favor, particularly where you get to exercise your sense of self, the stronger your understanding gets of what it is that is correct for you, your value, your personal value, and how it should be expressed in your life, particularly in your love energy. So continue to advocate balance on your own behalf, and in terms of exercising that independence of will, getting reacquainted with your King of Wands energy, getting reacquainted with those love cups that you kind of put back there and said, it's nice to know that they're there. I don't want to let them go, but they're not for me. So then why do you hold on to them? The more you continue to dig, the more you're going to get answers. Particularly where that exiting moon and Five of Cups energy is concerned. I would like to see that amplified. I would like to see that go from a Page of Swords to a Knight or King and Queen of Swords. I don't care. I would like to see more direct thought taking place in that. That idea of I've accepted the love I felt I deserved at the time. And that was coming from a place of pain. And the more you address that pain, literally, your energy shifts into a positive, more stronger version of you. Okay, so continue to show yourself balance. The Wheel of Fortune, things will shift and go into that Ace of Cups. Okay. Again, the more you act in your best interest, guess what? The more your best interest is served you. There's influences in your life for a reason, Taurus. You've held on to them for a reason. Learn from those connections. How do they serve you? Why do you hold on to them? Why do you look at them? Why do you fantasize about them? Why haven't you let them go? The connections you're in, why? What's the background to that? Why don't you feel like an independent person? Why don't you feel like an individual? Does that mean that this thing enhances you or brings out the worst in you? Why? Why did you choose it? Where did that come from? Look at that. Look at your origin story. Look at your motivations for love connections. It's not just the ones you've accepted, but the ones you've rejected. All of that. That all shifts into the map. As I told you, I'm looking at a two-part Taurus. Your outcome is beautiful. It is. It is. And I do see you connecting with that person who represents the Chariot in your King of Wands 3 times. And I see you moving towards what is in your best interest in the future, and that best interest is literally you. Okay, so I want to see, I'm very curious about your bridge point here. This is already happening, and if you resonate with this, you already know what's up. This is the most interesting bridge piece by far. That moment, there will come a moment in time in near future where you feel you're most vulnerable and you're on the precipice of saying something or doing something, and your immediate instinct is to shut it down. Yet, your Ace of Pentacle master symbol is like Taurus invest. Taurus invest. Taurus invest. Do it. Say it. Do it. Say it. I want to know when that conflict arises. Show me. Okay. First of all, it's with that person. Alrighty. In case there was any confusion, we're going to be talking to that person. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Okay, so the 6 for some of you, however, might be important. The 6 of what month, I could not say. But yes, a strong connection here. It's as soon as I concentrate on that Knight of Cups where you're trying to express yourself. Lovers. Thank you. Okay, there's that 6 again. Double 6. The 6th, the 12th of any given month. Which month, I could not say. But yes, we want to balance up with that person. And as you continue to do so, there's that bridge again. Once you can not just balance up with them, but with yourself too. You literally open yourself up into the love that you feel you deserve. You go into your own, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely fucking beautiful. I'm just trying to see when, dude. Okay, there's a little message for some of you in September. Okay, but can we narrow in on this Knight of Cups, please? Waiting. Why are you waiting? Are you waiting on them to communicate with you? Oh, Justice is in reverse. Now it's not a good time. Only you would say that to me. Only you would say that to me in our readings. Now it's not a good time, Christina. I mean, I want to. I clearly look forward to it. Whatever. But now it's not a good time. I can't balance with this person right now. I understand that. And the thing is, I'm not asking about that, Taurus. What I'm asking about is when you feel that natural inclination to really open up because you fucking damn well want to. Let's make that clear right now. You want to. You want to open up to that person. You do. Your first instinct, however, is to kill it. But then your side that likes to invest in good investments, and this person's a good investment, right? That side of you is like, invest, Taurus, invest, do it, do it, do it, say it, do it, do it, say it. I want to know when that occurs. You're showing me a willingness to balance with them. It's just now's not the time, and yet they represent that Ace of Cups. Jesus. Okay, let's call it a month. Let's call it a month, roughly. Roughly they're about a month. Now's not a good time. I don't know why. Justice is in reverse, and the 3 of Wands, you're looking out on the horizon. Now's not a good time. Now's not a good time. Why? I don't know. But we're calling it a month for some reason. Taurus, only you. He's so fucking cheeky. You're so cheeky. Now it's not a good time, Christina. I got shit going on. Okay. It's only the love of your life, but that's fine. It's like, it's whatever. Now's not a good time. Now's not a good time, Christina. Okay, you got it. We'll call it a month. We'll call it a month or thereabouts. Maybe 3 weeks. Okay? I don't know when. You might be looking at them to do it, but Justice is still in reverse. But I will say this, prior to Libra season as well. So again, that we're about to enter Virgo, which is August 22nd. Yeah, about 3 weeks or so. There might be a little conversation. So that's when you might have a moment, and it might be a spontaneous moment. I'm not saying it's planned. It doesn't feel planned to me. What it looks like is a spontaneous moment where you might open up and say something vulnerable or do something vulnerable, and then your first instinct is to kill it. And then there's a part of your Taurus brain that's like, invest, 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 invest. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. I wonder which side of you will win. You want to. All right, this has a little bit more of a solid reference point. The Emperor, 3 of Cups, the King of Wands. There you are. That King of Wands energy with that person you connect with. It represents that Chariot space. You being like over here. This is very pleasant. That's you. This is very pleasant. I'm enjoying this. When is that test? Okay. Some of you are in the process of traveling, and it's fucking exhausting. Oh, yes. So the 6 of Swords, that would also explain the delay. I'm saying it, that now's not the time. Okay. That would also explain the month. So some of you are in the middle of transition right now, and it's exhausting. Some of you are physically... Some of you went to boot camp recently. That's for some of you, not all of you, but you're fucking exhausted. You might have traveled recently, jet lag, all that stuff. Some of you might have been literally, traveling across seas. I don't know. But the travel concept is here with the physical weariness that is the Knight of Wands. Your body's tired. So you're telling me you're fucking exhausted. Christina, I've been on a boat, or I don't know. I've been on multiple planes. I've been flying all over the place. Okay, so you a little tired. Oh my God, honey, you got to rest that body. Knight of Wands, God, that's exhaustion. That's exhaustion from all the travel for some of you. You know, it's like, but I had to, though. I had to. So some of you might have been traveling for business and things like that, especially if you felt it was your responsibility and or burdens with that Ten of Wands. It's like, it's on me, I had to, okay? And it might have had to do with or related to family, okay? Okay, but when then, the reconnecting, oh... For some of you, okay, for what? For some of you, the 24th might be important. 22nd, it's kind of up in the air, as we discussed. But for some of you, the 20th, the 22nd, the 24th, there's some gravitational pull around that, so I cannot tell if that's late August or September. I cannot tell. Again, it seems to be that idea that's already here that you're saying, now's not a good time. I believe you. Fine. When does Taurus get more into their Empress energy, please? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I just really got into this one. It's very fascinating. When does Taurus become more by your next birth season? And also when you have a stronger understanding of how much the Five of Cups has dictated your love energy. Yes, exactly. By your birth season. You will have a much stronger standing of self, of who you are, where it is you want to be, coming into your own, really taking charge of your energy, not just taking charge of it, but embracing it. With a lot more movement, sense of direction, and ambition, and I know what the hell's up by your next birth season. Literally. King of Pentacles and 5. The process is starting now, and I told you this wasn't going to be an overnight thing. That's why I said I want you to up that Page of Swords to something a little more advanced. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Okay, really getting in there and understanding how your moon energy, particularly your sadness, regret, losses, have kind of dictated a pattern of you holding on to connections that might be fruitful but not engaging in them, even though they might be the best for you, and attaching yourself into connections that you felt is what you deserved at the time, but is in fact have taken away your sense of independence and freedom and the true representation of your energy. That's enough. Okay, I know it's 90 minutes on your end, honey, but to me it's like 20 minutes. Big heart. Yes, you do. Of course you do. And you want to feel more and bigger more. The hot air balloon, some of you might want to start taking new adventures or just try new things, again with that energy of the Spirit of the Fool, and as well as kind of the fantastical height of ideas, reaching higher grounds, I should say. Arrow, sign of Sag. The Truth also. Little spatula. Somebody likes to cook. It's a hobby. It's a profession. Taurus likes food. Ha 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 ha. We've never heard that before, right? But no, it tends to be a little more indicative of somebody's skill, okay, in the kitchen. Q. Fuck off. Double Qs? I hope that helped you. 2 Qs. Okay. The Owl, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might have some very strong air in your chart. The Bull, that's you. Taurus, that is your direct symbol. We have the Dragon, Aries, Leo, Sag, and to an extent you. Not much, but a little bit. Can we get something a little bit more, I don't know, directional? You. The Spirit's having fun with me today. Okay, again, double Dragon, a lot of Aries, a lot of Leo, a lot of Sag. Potentially we have Pisces medallion. Some of you could be dealing with Pisces. Speaking of which, here's the letter P. big star, Aquarian energy, but also desires, hopes, drives, long-term vision, long-term goals, okay? What it is we want to see for ourselves so many years down the road, and it's not just a vision. We can't acquire it, but we have to believe that we can acquire it, right? We also have the Eiffel Tower. That's so funny. I've been getting multiple confirmations of the Eiffel Tower recently. But for some of you, yes, the height of your romantic notions, and then for some of you, yes, there is, you might very well be, excuse me, in France. Hello if you are. It's funny to me because I have been getting Paris confirmations like crazy lately. That's awesome. I got something coming up. You might too. That's beautiful. It might be, who knows, a trip to Paris in the future for you, honey. But yes, somebody who enjoys their food, their wine. Again, the height of romanticism is the Eiffel Tower representation. Crab, sign of Cancer, LW, Big Diamond. That's you. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, also the representation of that commitment energy, also a jewel, something that is valuable, long-lasting, something we hold on to. It's precious. Okay. Okay, that's enough. All right, I'm tired. It is what it is. Let it go. Let it go. It is what it is. Worth it to me. I hope it was worth it to you too. I'll check up on you in 2 weeks. Like always, Taurus, it's a pleasure working with you. You have a lot of massive potential here. You typically do. You know, it's just you allowing yourself to reach the potential for which you wish to see in your world and in your life. I can tell what you're used to. I can tell what it is you'd like to do. There's a rather sizable difference between the two. One suited you in the past, but was never really meant for you in the long term. Your long term is becoming more apparent to you now. The more you continue to understand the connections, why they're in your life, the way that they are, how you connect to them, why you hold on to them, so on and so forth. That is all an influence, and it's always meant to be a lesson to you. Okay, and for you. Okay, that's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit. Taurus, take care, be well, and thanks for being my watchdog. I appreciate you for that. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.